Hello everyone, today I'm with Paulina. She's from Poland and we will do our interview together. Paulina, can you introduce yourself?
Sure, as you said, I'm Paulina and I'm 24 and I'm a student of architecture and I'm doing my Erasmus here.
And you are here as an Erasmus student. What have you learned and gained after Erasmus?
I think I improved my English for sure because I had to speak with everybody in English.
Yeah.
And I also learned some Portuguese, but not as much as I wanted. Just a little bit.
Obrigada.
I actually wanted to have that course of Portuguese, and I studied it, but studying architecture is pretty hard.
Yeah.
And I didn't have enough time to accomplish the course. Too bad, because it would be nice to speak Portuguese.
Yeah, I just give exam, Portuguese exam, A1.
A1?
Yeah.
You did it?
Yeah.
Wow. So you finished the course?
I hope. The results are not coming here right now, but it's my second Erasmus in Portugal, so
Oh, that's why.
my ear is used to it, in my bachelor, I also came to Barcelos, next to Braga, south side. Yeah.
So you can understand them? Like
Yeah.
everything is...
No, not everything,
Not
but
everything.
the basic things.
They're
I
speaking
can-
pretty quickly, like pretty fast.
Yeah, I can catch the words and I can understand the context.
That's so good for you. So bad I didn't.
No, I know there are lots of architecture students. They don't even have time to sleep.
We didn't have time at all.
Yeah.
It was pretty hard. But still nice.
Yeah, I also. So, what was your motivation to come to Korea?
Well, my motivation was in general to come to Portugal. To be honest, it was
Yes.
because I wanted to improve my surfing skills.
Uh,
Yes, but we don't have access to the ocean here. Well, I wanted to go to Lisbon or Porto, and I thought there is a possibility, but there wasn't, because for architecture students, they needed us to speak Portuguese, at least at A2, I think.
really?
Yes, I don't know why, that's kind of
No,
crazy.
it cannot be like this.
Right.
So you come to here like different person from like USA or something.
Yeah, and you should
So
speak Portuguese.
it's something
It's
different.
not really popular language
Yeah.
to learn. So the only option we had from Krakow it was to go to Korea. And I decided, well, why not? I have never been to Portugal before.
Yeah.
Before coming for Erasmus. So I thought that might be a nice opportunity to see the country.
Yeah.
And to learn how it is in here.
And the weather is good here or not? If you compare to Poland?
It's way better than Poland, especially because of the air. The air here is pretty clear and it's really
Yeah.
nice. And in Poland, in the city I live, in Krakow,
Krakow.
terrible. It's terrible.
But is factory city Krakow? Like industry
Kind
city?
of, but the main problem of the air is that we are in the hole in the ground, so it's very hard to get the bad air from there. Even if it's windy, it's too hard to get the smoke.
I understand.
Yeah, and so the air is very good in Portugal, and the weather as well, because right now in Poland is like -3, -5, 0. And in here, but Korea is like a bit colder than the rest of I think it's the coldest actually place in Portugal.
Probably because the highest point of Portugal is just next to us,
I've been to Lisbon a week ago, and it was like 15 degrees.
Yeah. Last week I was in Terceira, Azores. Even the nights it was 13 degrees.
Oh,
Even the nights.
that's so nice.
So when I come back here,
You should have done Erasmus in Azores.
You know, I went to University of Azores and I met how can I say, officer
Yeah?
from there, and he said we have also Erasmus students, two people from Denmark, one people from Turkey, and one is from.
There is a chance to go for Erasmus Portugal.
Yeah, but it depends to the agreement
Okay.
for two sides.
We didn't have a choice.
But it's really nice.
It's nice, yeah. It is.
There is two different faculty. One is
You've been to São Miguel?
No, one is in São Miguel, one is in Terceira. I had been in Terceira, and there is another faculty in Ponta Delgada. But you can go to Ponta Delgada from Terceira.
Terceira is like a separate island?
Yeah, they are all separate, but you can go by, there is small planes I saw, the airport is so small, you can go by them. I think it's cheap too.
How did you get to Terceira? By flight?
Yeah, right.
It was direct?
Yes.
You didn't need to go to São Miguel? To Ponta Delgada?
No. Porto to Terceira.
Oh.
I stayed there 4 days, Terceira to Porto.
I went to Ponta Delgada. I didn't know they had flights to other islands.
Wow,
I
yeah.
wanted to go to Flores.
But San Miguel is also very nice. I saw the pictures. So, you are studying architecture.
Yes.
How did you find the architecture in Portugal?
Do you mean the course or architecture in general?
Buildings, architecture style, history.
So, in Porto, the architecture is kind of interesting. It's very I would say adorable because of the colors and everything. But there is some disadvantages of the city because there is, I don't know if you have noticed, but there is a lot of empty buildings. It happens also in Korea, but not as much.
Yeah, if you see the city center, you can see the nice buildings, but just behind this,
there is nothing inside. They're like a ghost building, ghost houses. So that's kind of sad. Because I was speaking to some Portuguese people about that, and they said it was because a lot of people moved from Porto to Lisbon. So they left all the buildings empty, and the city they were not doing anything about it. But right now, I think it's getting better and better. I mean, they are taking money from tourists because they have to pay the taxes. So they have some money from it. And this is a bad side of the city, but the rest is pretty nice architecture.
How about Korea or Lisbon?
I haven't seen much in Lisbon. I've been there only for 2-3 days. But I'm going there for 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a chance.
You have to,
In Korea, well, there's a lot of traditional architecture, traditional Portuguese architecture. There is a lot of very nice architecture in Portugal in general, like the Casa de Música in Porto. Very, very nice. And so they invest some money in very good architects and in very good architecture. And they had many nice solutions in architecture. They had some problems I don't remember, it was in 1980 something, they had a huge flood in Portugal and some problems, and the buildings were collapsing. So they had to find a way to support the walls. So they find a construction system that is called Paulina, something like this. I was reading about it. It was pretty interesting.
Very nice. Also the street arts in Korea.
Urban art. Yeah, it's very, very nice. It's one of the best things to see in Korea. And to tour around the city.
So, can you compare Poland and Portugal in architecture?
In architecture. it's about the course, then it's a bit easier for us Polish students to study here because we have like one huge project, you know, and in Poland at the same semester I will have 3 or 4, so I wouldn't be able to travel, to stay home. And in here in Portugal we had that one project. It was pretty intensive, but we also could travel a bit and do something else.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that was nice.
And how about the buildings? Like, is there any different traditions they are using or not?
Yes, we have a different tradition of buildings. Like, there are much differences because we had to have stronger walls because of the temperature, the weather. In every house in Poland you have heating, you know, and in Portugal it's not really popular.
No.
So kind of different construction and due to the weather, I think, and the climate. The climate changed a lot in architecture.
And also, for example, if you went to like ocean side, you can find these ones inside of the houses.
Oh yeah?
They all have to use the electric ones.
Heating.
Yeah.
Like when you want to rent something in Lisbon, like it's impossible to rent a place with heating. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it like nowhere. But I can understand it. It's not so cold in winter.
For you, maybe, but for me, it's a little bit cold. My city is Ankara. Is also cold, but here is much colder because of the
Maybe because we are in
mountain. Yeah, they are not opening this fucking thing, you know. Yeah.
But do you have heating in every house in your place?
Yeah. For sure.
And in winter, how the lowest temperature would be?
I don't actually exactly know, but maybe -5, -1.
We used to have in
Something
Poland
like
like -20 when I was a kid.
Ooh.
But now the climate is changing.
You know, when I was in Terceira, there were tourists from Canada, and one man just came with the shorts, and the highest point of the island was like 1 kilometer away, and we went there. There was nothing except fog and wind. It was freezing, you know. That man, I couldn't understand.
It was his shirt.
Yeah, but they showed me the picture from Canada. There is something like this snow.
Oh,
So
it's kind of cold there.
they are saying it's
It's like summer for them. Oh my god.
it's different.
They got used to a low temperature.
Yeah.
In Canada, I think.
But I saw Portugal in summer 3 years ago. In summer, the best thing that you have to come to Portugal, you know. You can do everything.
You can be outside all the time.
Yeah, and I think summer in Korea especially would be amazing because it will be a little bit colder. So in summer it's better.
So I kind of regret that I didn't come for the summer semester.
Yeah.
The winter semester.
You know you can always go to like Kano or something with ocean, you know, with ocean activities.
Yes. Like surfing in Portugal is very nice.
For sure.
Have you tried?
No.
You
not-
should.
No, but I don't know. I'm not.
You know.
I don't know how to swim, so
I don't.
I'm kind of.
That would be difficult then.
So, but I will learn this year. I will definitely learn when I get back. So Paulina, thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
It's really nice video, I think. And see you guys on the next video. Keep following. Bye.
Hello guys, if you like this video, you can subscribe my channel. You can see my other videos, and you can share this video with your friends. Thank you so much.